shining a light where the shadows creep, for the lost, the stolen, the ones who will weep. She won't turn away, she won't back down, even when the loony clowns come round. Threats don't shake her, lies don't win. She stands for justice, right till the end. Want the truth, want the best, wanna be safe as you chat. Find kids true crime, it's worth your time. She's got your back, she's on the line. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok too, Facebook stream, she'll fight for you. Chase fame, some chase views, but she fights for those with nothing to lose. For the kids who vanish without a trace, she won't stop till she cracks the case. They try to silence, they try to scare, but truth don't break and she's still there, calling out monsters, showing their game. Justice comes when you speak their name. Want the truth, want the best, wanna be safe as you chat. Find kids true crime, it's worth your time. She's got your back, she's on the line. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok too, Facebook stream, she'll fight for you. Need a voice, kids stand strong. She makes the choice for victims gone, for those in need. She's fighting hard, she won't concede. Want the truth, want the best, wanna be safe as you chat. Find kids true crime, it's worth your time. She's got your back, she's on the
Good morning, my beautiful peoples. So today's missing person we're going to talk about is, boy, hope I can say her name right, is Jessica Dietzel from, here, let's bring this up, Georgia. Very sad, very sad. Okay, she was last seen February 16, 2020. She was 21. 5'7", 150 pounds. Jessica was last seen in Albany, Georgia on February 18, 2020. That day, she logged into her Facebook Messenger account with a friend, Gary Potter, cellular phone. She did not have her own phone and was using other people's often. She messaged another friend asking for them to call her, saying she was scared. I know I'm in too deep. Please later check the login information somewhere near 5 points in. She has never been heard from again. After her disappearance, police searched Potter's house and seized some of his property, including his truck. They found some hair that could have been hers. He's the only person of interest in Jessica's case who hasn't been cleared by law enforcement. A notebook belonging to Jessica was found 6 months later after she went missing, lying in a parking lot in Georgia. It happened to have been recently, it appeared to have been recently dropped. It was not weathered or faded from the sun. Anybody with info, contact Lee County Sheriff at 229-759-3333. for. Good morning. I just want to share this real quick. She's a beautiful girl. Okay, I want to show you Gary real quick. He's wanted. There's a warrant for him. His name is Gary Lynn Potter. He's 47, 5'8", 215 pounds. Contact Doherty County Sheriff's in Georgia at 229-302-3600. So this is interesting. We're going to get into all about her in a minute. I just want to show some things. This is what else he's done, people. All right. There's a warrant. Hold on a minute. Oh my God. These notifications, you guys. Okay, wanted. A warrant has been issued for 47-year-old Gary. He's a person of interest in Jessica's case. Gary's currently being sought by law enforcement for an active warrant. He failed to appear for jury trial July 25th, 2022. Jesus. On charges of aggravated child molestation. Oh my God. If you have any info on his whereabouts, contact Attorney Investigation Sheriff's Department. Okay, and it gives all this here. He has ties to South Carolina and Alabama and Mississippi. Original charge for which he failed to appear in court. This is the second time he's had these charges. So he's disgusting and does bad things to kids. Okay, let's get to this playlist I got of her here. Let's see, 4 years later, disappeared 3 years ago. Okay.
It's been 3 years to the day since the last known sighting of 20-year-old Jessica Dietzel, but her loved ones in South Georgia have not given up on finding her. WALB News 10's Fallon Howard spoke with her family, who still is asking for the community's help.
Christina Johnson, mother of Jessica Dietzel, tells me that the Albany and Leesburg communities have heart. She says that they have been supportive and have been praying for her since she went missing.
Growing up, Jessica, just absolutely a very sweet and thoughtful, very thoughtful. I mean, she'd give you her food if you were hungry, and she was hungry, she'd give you her food. She would, just put others before herself.
Ms. Johnson tells me that it's hard to believe she would go missing at her own free will without calling. Be missing for 3 years makes Johnson feel certain that something happened to her.
Oh my gosh, it would bring the happiness back to my soul to find her. We all love her, and just she's so precious to us. And
her mother shares what motivates her to get up and keep moving. She also adds how the support of the community from social media has grown from the time she went missing.
Number one thought that came to my mind when you asked what keeps me motivated to get up every morning and go through the day: the Lord, God. Yes.
The mother hopes that if someone recognizes this photo, that it will spark a memory.
Okay. I'm just hoping to get her face back out there again, especially since he's wanted. Because The last thing I can find was a year ago. All right. Here we go.
For the first time, 6-year-old Elena Dietzel is appealing to the public for information in her mom's disappearance.
In an exclusive interview, WLB News
Did you hear that? She's got a little daughter.
10's Jamie Worsley sits down with those close to the case as they reveal some undisclosed evidence. New hope now in finding Jessica Vincent Dietzel 4 years later.
My name's Elena, and I like to go to school and do homework and play outside and watch movies and eat snacks.
Elena has already picked out a dress for her 7th birthday party in just 2 weeks, but a key person in her life won't be there, her mom, Jessica Vincent Dietzel.
We're trying to look for her because she's gone.
February 13th of 2020, the 21-year-old Jessica was last seen at this Inn Market on surveillance footage. She was seen wearing a blue Nike shirt, black leggings, black Nike slides, and carrying a mustard-colored bag. February 18th, the last messages sent from Jessica's Facebook account were tracked here to the former Deep South Motel. By March 2nd, Jessica was reported missing here at the Albany Police Department and the Lee County Sheriff's Office by her mother, Christina Johnson. This comes after she didn't reach out on Elena's 3rd birthday.
She said, well, take me to where my mom is at. And I said, well, I can't. And she said, why not? I said, we don't know where she's at.
There's only one person of interest that the Lee County Sheriff's Office hasn't cleared, Gary Potter. That's whose phone Jessica used at the Deep South on the 18th to send messages on Facebook, and who she was reported to be with at Cowboy Bill's on Sylvester Road wearing all black. But none of her comings and goings from the motel can be verified because the surveillance footage had been written over. Potter's truck was later seized and a strand of hair taken into evidence.
There's 2 plausible stories. It's very difficult because until I get that proof, I can't even go into the realm of her not being in this world.
Johnson has searched down by the Flint River, local landfills, and even hired a private investigator. At one point, Johnson was even taking tips herself, including about evidence found and never disclosed to the public.
Like a notebook of hers, for instance, 6 months after she went missing, was laying in a parking lot on Oglethorpe in the bright sun in 99-degree temperatures, and it was not weathered. Somebody just dropped it out.
I thought of something. We always hope, okay, these people are alive. Always, always, always. Never give up hope. Do they have trafficking that goes on out there in Georgia? I'm sure it's in every state, but I'm just kind of wondering because, they take them away from their families. And they do some mental stuff to them besides other things. I don't know, just a thought.
Out there.
In the early days of the search for...
Because her mother just mentioned her notebook was found 6 months later. That's why I say that.
Jessica, APD, and then WAOB reported she had been spotted at the Luxury Inn in Albany. This was a false sighting with severe consequences. Many out-of-state organizations stopped the search for Jessica, according to Johnson. True crime podcasts and Facebook sleuths have gone down many a rabbit hole, chasing answers as to what could have happened to Jessica, but none have led to her.
The first story was that she had OD'd, been given a hot shot, and thrown in the river. And the second one's Pick Avenue, and her being seen in the deep freezer.
That strand of hair, still to be tested at Lee County Sheriff's Office, could bring Johnson the answers she's been waiting for the past 4 years. Just this week, the Sheriff's Office told me they are contacting the GBI and FBI to see what types of testing can be done on the hair. But Elena's only birthday wish is for her mom to be at her party.
I would hope she is there because I really want her to have a good time with us. She can still be in your heart.
For WAOB,
Wow.
I'm Jamie Worsley.
Wow. Nobody has any right to take someone's loved one. Okay.
5 years after
This is the most recent thing I can find.
Jessica Dietzel's disappearance, her family and friends say that they are not giving up their search for answers. They held a prayer vigil tonight at Philema Road Baptist Church. Dietzel was reported missing in March of 2020 when she was just 21 years old. Now, she was last seen on surveillance video at the Enmark gas station in Albany on February 18, 2020. Christina Johnson believes her daughter's case has run cold as she has not heard any updates from any law enforcement officers in nearly 2 years.
Living in a limbo of grief. I looked it up, it's called ambiguous grief. It's misplaced grief. It's a grief that you know, people have grief. They have grief when they get to bury somebody. They have grief when they know what happened to them, where they're at. This kind of grief is like the kind of grief you just have to take around with you every single day of your life.
Christina Johnson says that she won't give up hope on trying to find out what happened to her daughter, and she's asking the public to come forward if they have any new information surrounding her daughter's case. Now, to follow this case and more, make sure you subscribe to Pining Podcast right here on WALB.
Oh,
For the
sad.
first
Okay.
time, 6-year-old Elena.
Okay. Let me come to chat here real quick. Okay, there's some things I want to say. Let me get her face up there. Okay, there's some things that go through my head. Shoot. Hold on a minute, please. You always pray that they're, that they're still alive, and then you pray that they're okay. And then trafficking came in my head. But this guy, it reminded me of kind of like Miss Timmy D's case, having to do with Facebook Messenger. We don't know this. I mean, I don't know this. This is just new to me, this case. Did they get that guy's phone that she used? That Gary Potter, this guy right here. This guy wanted in her disappearance and for missing court. Okay, he's a person of interest. Did they get his phone? Because did he lie to them? That'll show that she used his phone to check into Facebook Messenger. All right, I'm sorry. Oh my God. I hate it when I talk and my voice goes away. All right, there's a good I didn't watch it, the whole thing, but News Nation did a thing on this a year ago. So let's watch it.
Sharing these stories, you offer these families and the friends of the missing hope that their loved one's case gets solved. In this week's Missing Series case, the last communications from a 21-year-old mother is what we have for you. She vanished 4 years ago, and News Nation has exclusively obtained screenshots of some of these messages, and we want to share them with you. For the first time, you will see the messages that Jessica Van Sant Dietzel sent, but no one has been able to decipher these messages. Along with a newly revealed notebook, they are just some of the evidence Jessica's mother says she turned over to police in Albany, Georgia. And now, as she marks the anniversary of her daughter's disappearance, she is hoping that revealing this information will help bring her answers and ultimately know what happened to her daughter.
She's so beautiful. Don't you want her beautiful?
After 4 years, the sight of a special photo still brings tears.
Wow.
For the mother of Jessica Van Sant Dietzel and for Jessica's daughter, another candlelight vigil means another year without answers.
It's ambiguous grief. It's isolating. It's horrible because time keeps going, life keeps going on, and you're just stuck in this place of knowing what you're living with. You just lose your person, and then you go to get help, and it seems like nobody really is interested, and then you just have to live life every day as life keeps going. It doesn't stop.
Christina Johnson's world stopped February 18th, 2020, the last time anyone saw or heard from her 21-year-old daughter. Investigators say Jessica was at this motel in Albany, Georgia, when she logged into her Facebook Messenger using someone else's phone. She sent these last messages, seen here on News Nation for the first time, asking a friend to call her and...
Oh, shoot. I bet you I could find those on the internet. We can look at those.
Using someone else's phone.
Shoot.
She sent these last messages, seen here on News Nation for the first time, asking a friend to call her and saying, "I know I'm in too deep." Police say the phone belonged to this man, Gary Potter. It's unclear how Jessica knew Potter, but witnesses say the two were also spotted together at Cowboy Bill's bar, and investigators believe Potter offered Jessica a ride.
They knew that she had been around him, and he said he did not know her. She had not used his phone, and she had not been in his truck.
Lee County Sheriff deputies executed multiple...
I thought he was a friend. She didn't know him.
Search warrants at Potter's property. They seized his truck and confirmed finding a hair inside. but won't say if tests show it could be Jessica's. Jessica's mother believes something happened that night, either at the motel or nearby at a home where drug activity was suspected.
They gave her something. I think they overdosed her. They did something to her.
A theory bolstered by a tip to a sheriff's deputy.
A confidential informant told him that her body was in a deep freezer and put
Oh.
out there at that old landfill.
But she says instead of going to the old site the informant named on Maple Avenue, searchers went to the wrong landfill, focusing on the newer Maple Hill facility.
They didn't get no cadaver dogs over there. They didn't look in the freezers. They dropped the ball. They didn't.
Jessica's mother says she had been frustrated with Albany police's.
Okay, somebody knows something. And, okay, if there's drugs involved, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean she's a bad person. I just want to put that out there, okay? I hate it when people say that. Nobody deserves to have their life taken. Allegedly. Let's have hope here.
Response from the start.
Oh, well, you know what? She'll be back. You know what? Don't do people like that, man. If we come to the police, we know that our person's missing.
She says she gave evidence to investigators, like one of Jessica's notebooks, found in a parking lot 6 months after her disappearance, in pristine condition.
Unscathed, unweathered. All this stuff is not damaged. This stuff has not been sitting there. It's just been put out there.
And a phone that belonged to Jessica's estranged husband, containing texts from the night she disappeared, asking, "You alive?"
Wow, what is going on? Oh my God. Hi, Spitfire. What a bunch of twists and turns. This poor family.
I gave that evidence over to an investigator, and he didn't even look it into evidence.
Both the Albany Police and Lee County Sheriff's Office declined to do an on-camera interview for our story. As for Christine Johnson, she's now focusing her pleas for justice toward a higher power.
Lord God, we just pray for you to bring her to us, and we pray for answers.
So much pain from that mother, and I spoke with her, and you'll hear from her in just a moment. With us now, though, is Leah D.
Okay, let's get to the interview with the mother. Let's look at this. Hopefully I will be able to find it. I want to look at this stuff.
Not located it in evidence. They were still looking, but it was turned over by Jessica's mom.
Okay, I will be looking for that. All right, where's the mom? I don't want to watch all the News Nation's podcast here. So what I will do today, I'll work on finding all those messages and that notebook. And I'm really disgusted in Albany and Lee County for not taking this seriously.
My heart breaks for you. I know it's difficult to watch that and to see your own tears. How are you holding up?
I'm holding up. It's just trying to keep moving on and the getting answers.
How about your granddaughter, Jessica's daughter? Are you in charge of caring for her, and how is she doing?
Yeah, my husband and I have her, and she's very good. She's very well adjusted, and she's beautiful and has a big, beautiful smile, just like her mother.
How often do you all talk about Jessica? How often is she asking now, 4 years later?
We talk about her as she's getting older. She just turned 7, and we talk about her a lot. And, she recently did an interview with me, and, we just, we talk about her, we pray, and, just hope for her to be found.
Oh, you've got this big hole in your heart until you have answers, until you have your daughter home. Think back for me, Christina, 4 years ago. What was the last conversation you had with your daughter?
Well, I was talking to her about, getting her life together. She had some issues, some substance abuse issues, and she was trying to get her life together.
And who was in her life at the time? Was this person who is now a person of interest, Gary Potter, was that someone you were familiar with?
Isn't she such a pretty girl?
Actually, no. He came into the picture, sometime after she went missing, because the investigators found that she had logged into her messenger from his telephone, or from his cell phone.
Right. And then that led to other evidence, this notebook. How significant do you think that is, finding this notebook in such good condition so many months after your daughter vanished?
It's big. That was when I found it, when I got it, I thought this is major. I mean, it was 6 months after she went missing. It was not weathered. It was in a parking lot out in the blazing sun in 90-degree heat, and it was her notebook. Somebody dropped it there.
Do you have a theory, Christina, about what may have happened that night?
I believe something happened to her. I believe someone did something to her, and they hid it. All we can do is just hope that from this coverage and everything that we do, we will find answers. We will find her.
What is your message to Potter, if he has some involvement, or to anyone else who knows something about what happened to your daughter? What would you say to them now?
I'm glad you asked me that, because as for Potter, if he didn't do anything to her, but she used his phone, and so we know that, and she got in his truck, so we know that she was around him and he's evading. If he would just answer, if he would just say,
See, that's just it.
I did give her a ride.
That's just it. He's evading answering anything about the disappearance of her. If he had nothing to do with it or whatever, her disappearance, but yeah, he was around her, he would have spoke to law enforcement. No, instead he's on the run. So Gary Potter, I'm going to be looking up Gary Potter. Now keep in mind, people, he also has ties to South Carolina, Alabama, and Mississippi. So I'm going to keep his face out there. A month about killed me. I couldn't imagine going years. I know, like, that's sad. She's got a little girl. It's just sad. What a bunch of twists and turns, though. But when she talked about notebooks, like people when they get trafficked, they leave stuff behind or write stuff somewhere on a napkin, on a wall. I mean, I hate to say that, but I already know what the mother thinks, but I like to always hold on to hope, right?
Drop her off somewhere, whatever, just give the information. And that goes for anyone out there. If you know anything about what happened to Jessica, please report to local law enforcement or any news outlets, me, anybody.
Christina Johnson, thank you for sharing your daughter's story with us. I hope that it brings some answers and it brings them soon.
Okay. I want to show you, this girl is so funny. Hold on a minute. Okay, I'm not going to show the whole thing. I just want to show you her personality. There we go. I'll play a little bit with the music. Ain't that cute? Hi, Misty. How you doing? We got missing Jessica right here from Albany, Alabama. Just stopping by to say hi. Sorry, I'm at the doctor's. Can't stay. Everyone have a blessed day. You too. Or I say blessed. My doctor's office has red stickers to put on your. Oh, interesting. I love that song too. Who don't like that song? But I'm going to keep this short. I want to get her face out there. And Gary Potter, I'm going to find you, Gary Potter. I'm going to find out everything about you, Gary, and what you did to little kids too. Just people keep that in mind. He done something to children. I'm not going to go into details what I read, and I'm not going to say it here on YouTube, but he's gross. And if he had nothing to do with the disappearance of Jessica, he would have talked to law enforcement and not go running. Okay? So he's been on the run since 2022. Team what? Team what? TYP? What's that? What's Team TYPO? I'm lost. Oh, just so you people know, I'm getting back to the stuff I usually do, right? Is I do missing people. I used to do, if you people don't know, 35 missing people a day. Oh, yes, Team Typo all the way. Me too. I do it all the time. I misspell, whatever. But I do like, I used to do 3 to 5 a day. Well, not this time. I'm going to start with 1, maybe 2 a day, up to 3 a day. 1 to 3 a day now, every day. I'm going to highlight. I wish I could highlight them all, right? But there's so many. I can't type every day. Every day I misspell words. I'm not on my phone like other people. I'm using a laptop. Okay. So, I don't have autocorrect. So it just comes out how it comes out. You can figure it out. That's what I say. You can figure it out. You're smart. You're smart. Look at how, I don't like that. Look at how big you are on the screen. Let me fix that. I don't like that. Let's make you smaller. There you go. But Jessica is beautiful. Her family deserves answers. And Gary, I'm going to find out everything about you, Gary. And I'm going to put you in the spotlight, Gary. Especially since you mess with children. Yeah. Autocorrect is not my friend. All right, everybody. I'll be live later. We're going to do Lori Bell, but that's way, way, way later, okay? And I might just come back on again with another missing person or something else. We'll see. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for watching, and share this, please.